Hi everybody, and welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is looking into why the person on your mind is not contacting you. And I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's. And I will see you in a minute. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. We're looking into why it is that your person is not contacting you right now. And the card that you guys have chosen is the Longhorn. The key word is tolerate. And this card is going to be representative of what current energy is going on in your person's life that's currently affecting them, potentially this connection. What's the strongest thing surrounding them currently? So we have the Longhorn with the keyword being tolerate. We also have number 2, mental conflict. And we have number 4, discontent and boredom. Okay. So what is currently going on with your person just overall? I would say, pile 1, that your person is kind of going through I want to say like almost an existential crisis of some kind, or an identity crisis. And it may not necessarily be a crisis. That's the first word that came to mind, but I feel like your person is questioning a lot of different aspects of their lives, a lot of the choices that they've made, or perhaps the path that they've been on for quite some time, where at one point this path was serving them. And this could be in terms of their career, it could be in terms of like where they're living or what it is that they choose to focus on the most. But they're kind of waking up to this realization that what once worked for them, or what once brought them a lot of joy, what once felt like it was true and authentic to them, may not necessarily be the case anymore. They feel like they may have been putting up with a lot more than was necessary. And I don't know if this has to do with I don't think that this has to do with you. It feels more so like this is like an inner conflict within themselves. When I look at this image of the mental conflict, I see this man, and then within the man is the man again. And it's making me feel like the question being asked is, who am I? Who am I really? They're at like a crossroads of some kind. And I think that they're questioning whether or not they've followed their dreams, or whether or not they've settled, or whether or not they've given enough effort to the things that truly excite them. There's recognition here that something in their life is no longer sparking like excitement. There's stagnancy here, and it seems to be something that's really consuming them currently. It's heavy on their mind, and they're wondering what it is that they can change in order for this discontent, this apathy towards themselves, towards their life. They're wondering what it is that they can do in order to shift that, is what I'm seeing. So if that sounds like something that your person is currently going through, we're going to go ahead and look into why it is that they're not contacting you with the tarot. We'll look into whether or not they will contact you in the near future. And then we will pull channeled messages. So let's go ahead and shuffle the tarot. And we are asking, why is it that pile 1's person is not contacting pile 1? Why is pile 1's person not contacting pile 1? So we have Justice. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups, the Tower. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more. And we have the King of Wands. Okay. Please clarify justice. We have the Ace of Cups. Please clarify the Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. Please clarify the Six of Cups. We have Judgment, and we have the Two of Wands. Please clarify the Tower. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, and then bottom of the deck energy is the Three of Cups. So why is this person not contacting you, pile one? I would say that this person is, like, the energy that this person is in, that we saw at the beginning of this reading, truly is affecting this connection and the way in which they interact with it. I don't necessarily feel as though they're not contacting you because they don't feel a type of way about you or because they don't care about you. If anything, with Justice and the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups and Judgment and the Six of Cups, this is very beautiful energy indicating that there's a lot of care here. There's a lot of joy here. But at the same time, when it comes to their own inner world, pile one, there's something going on with them in terms of them knowing what it is that they want and going after it. It feels like they're in a really pessimistic stage right now. Hold on just a second, pile one. Okay, sorry about that, pile one. My cat Lily got her claw stuck in something and she needed some help getting it out. But I believe what I was talking about is this Five of Cups card. And the message that's coming through here, pile one, is that your person is somebody who takes their own goals and their own happiness very seriously when they take that responsibility on for themselves. They recognize that nobody else is going to come save them. They recognize that they are worthy and deserving of the things that they want. This person is definitely in a masculine energy of going out into the world and being determined to get what it is that they want. And right now what they're recognizing is that there are other areas of their life that don't have to do with partnerships, that don't have to do with friendships, romance, however this connection is panning out, that needs their attention right now. And it feels like they're recognizing that if they don't if they don't actually listen to what it is that their heart, that their gut, that their intuition is saying, if they don't give this the attention and the time that it needs, if they don't do the repairs or do the work to bring joy in these other areas of their life, they will not be able to fill any of these two cups that are upright. They won't be able to fill them up. And I feel like this isn't something that they are like acknowledging but not doing anything. If anything, I see them going after the areas of their life that are not bringing them joy. They're going toward that, and they're trying to find ways in which to change that, in which to have joy be returned to them in some regard. So if you're wondering like whether or not this person is just sitting in a state of pessimism and self-rejection and just, you know, woe is me, pitying themselves, that's not the case. They're recognizing something's wrong and they're actively trying to fix it. And I get the feeling that they recognize that it would be unfair, it would be wrong of them to continue pursuing this or continue to be putting breadcrumbs of energy into this connection when their energy is required elsewhere for the time being. They're recognizing that if they were to half-ass this, if they were to give you partial energy, the opportunity for something to grow with you in time would be destroyed. And I feel like with the Three of Cups here and the Knight of Wands, like this is telling me that this person is currently doing the work in order to have those 3 cups that have fallen over be put back upright. And then it feels like they're going to go back to the drawing table. Like their plan is to go back to the drawing table. Their plan is to make amends. Their plan is to return and give clarity, apologize if an apology is needed, communicate. I do feel like an element of communication here, especially because this person who's holding these 2 of Wands is holding a cell phone. It feels like they recognize that they cannot make this decision to contact you until they've done the work on themselves. And they want things to be fair. They want things to be right. They want an opportunity to contact you to be an opportunity in which there is an actual fresh beginning, where there's a stable connection. And if they were to do that right now, it would not be fair to either one of you and to the level of commitment that this connection in their mind deserves. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's see if there's anything else coming through that I've missed. We'll go ahead and get some oracles. Is there anything that I've missed, Spirit, when it comes to why Pile 1's person is not reaching out? We have soulmates, number 41. We have round and round. And we have go the distance. Bottom of the deck energy is imagine. Yeah, the 6 of Cups can be a soulmate card. That is often indicative of a soulmate card. And it truly does feel, especially now that we have soulmates here, it feels as though this person recognizes that there is something very, very special about this connection, and it deserves to be treated as such. And because they're not able to do that currently, they are taking a step back, and they're actively working on the parts of themselves that need to be worked on. I do feel like there may be some anxiety here as well that's holding them back from contacting you, like even to perhaps like communicate how they're feeling, and why they're not communicating. I feel like there's some anxiety around that. There's some overthinking around that, and it may be inhibiting them from finding the courage sooner rather than later to contact you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's see if there's anything else. We'll get another oracle deck and see if there's anything that I'm missing. Is there anything else that I've missed? Visions. We have dream travel and calm within transformation. And then bottom of the deck energy, cosmic exploration. There's a lot of manifesting happening here. And I think that with these cards coming through, what this is attempting to explain, and then underneath that we have pink bubble fairy. That's like the ultimate manifestation card. What this is trying to indicate, or what this is showing, is that your person sees that all of their goals, all of their hopes and dreams are things that they are worthy of and are things that they are deserving of. And they are not ready, they don't want to give up on those dreams, on those goals, on those wishes. They don't want to have to make themselves small. And they feel like if they could go after these dreams, if they could fulfill those areas of their life first, everything else would fall into place. If they were to go after this connection and really make it, you know, everything it is that they had ever desired for the two of you, there would have to be a sacrifice elsewhere. and they're not ready. They don't see that as healthy for either one of you. And it could very well be that they feel the same way about you, that there are other things that you are needing to focus on currently in order for you to not have to make yourself smaller. Okay, then when it comes to will they reach out, we have number 3, difficulty at the beginning. We have the golden rose. And we have alchemical wedding. Let's go ahead. We're going to pull more tarot and see what else comes through. Can you please clarify these cards, Spirit, on will they reach out? Okay, so we have the Lovers. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups. Okay. Will they reach out? I would say that yes, this person absolutely wants to reach out. They're planning on reaching out. But, you know, like I said, with the 7 of Cups, there's so many different things that they are needing to focus on right now. And it's going to take them having done that work, having realized all of their goals, realize the things that they need to do before this will happen. I feel like with this difficulty at the beginning card here, what this is telling me is that this isn't going to be something that takes a very, very long time for it to happen. It feels like this point in your guys' relationship is something that is a minor blip in time in comparison to where this connection is meant to lead. I get the feeling that there is a desire on this person's end, or there's going to be some sort of shift between the two of you where you both realize that, like, this doesn't need to be controlled. This doesn't need to be something that is micromanaged. Like, things are going to be unfolding naturally, and the secrets or the unknown that's currently happening is something that's meant to be honored rather than mastered. And I think it's beautiful that we have the alchemical wedding here. This is a card of being united, of coming together. What has been lost is now found. It's a card of celebration. And we have the Lovers. This is a card of coming together, of union. The 9 of Wands is telling me that there's difficulty. Yes, there's going to be challenges currently right now, or like as the two of you lead back up to union, but it's not something that's meant to last for forever. It's not going to, this isn't the final chapter if this isn't what you want it to be. If you want this to be the final chapter, then obviously you have free will. But if you're wondering whether or not there's more to this story, the cards are indicating that yes, there is. There's a lot of love here, and there's a lot of communicating that. There's a lot of expressing of that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get you guys some channeled messages. Let's see what comes through. What does pile one's person want to say? So we have, I'm unavailable. You're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests. Yeah, this is exactly the energy that I've been picking up on. It's definitely the 7 of Cups energy. But there's recognition here that this connection is worth exploring. This connection is meant to be explored. We have, please accept my apologies so we can move past this. I'm not ready to talk. I will only push you away. I feel like you've moved on without me, and that's difficult for me to see. And you've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. we're connecting. And the bottom of the deck is, I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. So if you are wondering whether or not you're on this person's mind, regardless of what has, regardless of what's going on currently, the answer is that yes, you are. There's concern here that like perhaps they may have blown this, they may have ruined an opportunity with you in the future. There's an understanding here that they may have potentially harmed you, may have potentially hurt you, but there's also truth in them understanding that they are not in the right place to step up and give this connection what it deserves. I wonder if I want to get any. I think I do. I want to get a few more oracles. Is there anything that I've missed, Spirit? We have love. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Is there anything that I've missed? We have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, opens your heart, getting together, and perfect. And wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And then another one flipped out. We have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. This is really beautiful. I think that I think it's interesting that we had alchemical wedding and now we have wedding rings. We have a lot here indicating that these feelings that this person has for you are very strong and they're not going away. This person recognizes that there's something very special about you, and they may need to take some time, or you may need to take some time to heal some past wounds from either a past connection or really anything that could be affecting this connection, or the way in which either one of you interacts with other people, the way in which either one of you is triggered. But it seems like a very positive outlook that this person has on how they're feeling, where they see this connection heading. Yeah. Last but not least, pile one, let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile one when it comes to their connection? Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. This card in particular is giving me the energy or the vibe of the law of assumption, of assuming what it is that you want to have happen is going to happen, making assumptions that are in your favor, being mindful of the inner monologue that you have with yourself, the inner dialogue that you have with yourself. Let's get one more. And we have gratitude. Today I am grateful for all the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think to do at any given moment. And bottom of the deck is worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party, and I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of someone else, and then I'll run away very quickly. Again, this is giving me this law of assumption, this making an assumption that you're going to receive what it is that you want because you deserve it. Because you deserve it, you want it, and you accept it. I would say that if you're manifesting this person, they're manifesting you right back. The two of you are working towards being in alignment with one another energetically, vibrationally. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 1. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you today. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box of this video. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 2, and welcome to your reading. We're looking into why they're not contacting you. And the card that you guys have chosen is the owl. The keyword is silence. And this card is going to represent what their energy is, what their current energy is, what's going on in their life, things of that nature that may be affecting this connection. So this is the first card that we have. The other two cards to look into their current energy are number 5, conflict and defeat, and number 7, crown chakra. Okay, so what is currently going on with your person? I feel like your person is either really energetically bound currently to an argument or a conflict that the two of you had together, or they are being affected by some other sort of connection or goal in which there has been conflict, and they're trying really hard to currently get out of this energy, to currently take a step back and focus on what it is that they can control. They're wanting to take a step back and focus on their well-being. And I get the feeling with this owl card here that for some of you, this may be, I think for a lot of you actually, this is indicative of an energy that is shared between the two of you in particular, where this person feels defeated in some way. And they don't necessarily want to make matters worse for themselves. And it could be that they don't want to make matters worse for this connection, but they definitely are looking out for their well-being, and they don't want to like go down a rabbit hole or spiral. They're trying to detach from energy that's not serving them. But the owl is silent, not because it doesn't want to communicate, but rather because it has a very serious and quiet focus when it comes to hunting, when it comes to going after the things that it wants. So it does feel like this person is in an intentional state right now, in which they are purposefully choosing to take a step back because they have a specific outcome in mind, and they don't want to ruin their chances of receiving it. So if that sounds like your person, let's go ahead and look into why they're not contacting you. And for that, we're going to pull tarot. And I have oracles. We got a lot of oracles for pile 1. So I'll probably do the same for you guys as well. Why is pile 2's person not contacting pile 2? Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and move these up like that. Why is pile 2's person not contacting them? We have the Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Tower and the 10 of Wands. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Star. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Cups and Judgment. Clarify the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. Clarify the Tower. We have the World and the 8 of Wands. And clarify the 10 of Wands, please. Where's the 10 of Wands here? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the 8 of Pentacles. So these cards, pile 2, are confirming to me that the energy that this person is currently in their life has to do with you and this connection for the vast majority of you. It could be that there is I think this would be for a very small amount of you, but there could be like something else going on in their life right now that they feel is out of control, and so they are solely focused on trying to regain control of that aspect of their life. But I think for the vast majority of you, this has to do with feeling out of control in this connection, feeling like they don't have control. The Tower, with the Tower being here, it feels like the energy of and the emotions of whatever transpired between the two of you in the past, when it comes to this conflict, when it comes to this like chaotic type of energy that I'm sensing, is still very fresh, is still very raw for this person, and it feels like it's something that was spiraling out of control. They feel like if they were to reach out currently, things would only get worse. Things would, like, they would lose even more control. They would lose a sense of power. I think that this person is trying to take their power back, and this could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because they are looking back at their behavior and they're feeling a lot of shame for how they behaved. They know that it wasn't a good representation of who they truly are or what they represent. It could be that they feel as though they were betrayed or duped by you in some sort of way, and there's embarrassment there. There's definitely a need here on this person's end, a desire here on this person's end to take back their power in some capacity, and to focus on what it is that they can control, focus on what it is that they can maneuver and make their own. And I get that your person is still has this connection on their mind, still has a desire to work on things, but they're looking at this from a long-term perspective rather than a short-term perspective. They don't want something where they just come in and it's instant gratification and then the cycle repeats itself and the Tower happens again. They're wanting to take things more slowly. They're really wanting to take space, release the things that need to be released, let go of the things that they need to let go of, and allow you the time and the space to do the same. But at the end of the day, they do desire, I would say, pile 2, that this person desires to have a reconnection with you. They desire for the cycle to shift to something else. They desire for the energy to start shifting in their favor, and for there to be a reunion or a reconciliation of some kind in which the both of you are empowered. But for right now, it feels more so like this person is approaching the situation and is approaching their own feelings, their own thoughts with the attitude of curiosity. Like they're curious about themselves. They're curious about why they feel triggered or why they behaved in which they did. Whatever the case may be, there's curiosity here and an openness to learn, an openness to explore things from a different perspective. And I get the feeling that if they were to be in contact with you, that may get muddled. Yeah. Let's see what else comes through. Go ahead and get some oracles. Why is pile 2's person currently not contacting pile 2? Why are they not contacting them, Spirit? What have I missed? What have I missed, Spirit? Why are they not contacting pile 2? We have deep knowing, number 43. We have number 21, clean it up. And we have to the sea, and then bottom of the deck is number 12, change in the wind. This is the same energy as this Wheel of Fortune card, this desire for things to shift, for an energetic shift to happen, for a change to happen. And they feel as though they need to work on themselves. Like, I don't necessarily know what they're thinking of you. It may very well be that they're not focusing on what it is that you need to do, because that's your business. That's what you decide to do. But what they can control is themselves. They can control how they see themselves, how they go about things from now on, and they're trying to get to know themselves better. They're trying to really get to the root cause of why things happen the way that they did. And they're doing this not just so that they can grow, but so that they can fix this connection or repair it in some sort of way. Let's keep going. Let's get some more oracles. Is there anything else that I missed, Spirit? Okay, so we have dependency, number 61. We have number 43, someone soon. And we have number 22, service. Bottom of the deck is number 67, visions. Okay. Another thing that's coming through is that this person, in a way, and there's a deep knowing, and in all honesty, with this crown chakra here, it's definitely a message coming through where they understand that there will be other opportunities for them to approach this connection or to be of service to you or to work on this with you. But until they work on themselves, any approach towards you would be made from a state of lack, from a state of scarcity, from a state of feeling dependent on you and on how you receive them and on how you behave or treat them. And I think that there's understanding here that that's not necessarily fair for either one of you. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and look into whether or not they will contact you in the near future. And the oracles that I have for that are copper. We have number 43, determination. And we have separation. Let's also go ahead and get some tarot. See what else comes through. Is this person going to contact them? Okay, so we have the High Priestess, the Hermit. Will they contact them? And we have the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is strength. Okay. So will they contact you? The answer to that is yes, but it feels like this is going to be something that is done very slowly. There's very slow moving energy here. And it's because this person is leading with intention, wants to move forward with intention. They have an outcome in mind for this connection. They don't want to give up on this connection. But they also don't want to force something. They want to let things happen when they're meant to happen. There's like a level of trust here of things, like there's a level of trust within themselves of knowing that when the time is right, they will know. They have a strong desire to work things out with you. And with this separation card, what this is telling me is that they're under the impression that this separation is preparing them and potentially you for a more conscious connection down the line in the future. And I see that with copper here as well. This is telling me that the desire within this connection is going to be shifting from conflict, from doing, from having to do a particular thing to get a particular outcome. It's shifting from that into an energy of love and desire that's genuine and comes from a place of feeling stable within. But they recognize that they need to do some work on themselves, and potentially you may need to do the same. Take that as it resonates. But intuitively, they feel as though there's more for this connection in the future. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages and see what comes through. Okay, what does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? What do they want to say to pile 2? What does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? Okay, we have I just want to have fun with you. We have you've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. I hid something from you and I'm afraid to tell you about it. I will be writing you a message. What is it that pile 2's person wants to say to pile 2? Something or someone is standing in between us right now. I want to see you. Feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. Ooh, and we have I promise you. Back of the deck, this isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. I don't necessarily know if they feel as though you are clingy or you are making them feel trapped. I think that they may very well feel trapped within themselves. And with the secret card here, I feel like this is past energy, but it may be something where they're like, I feel like you should only take this one if it resonates. Like if this conflict had to do with a deception of some kind or from them hiding something from you, it feels like this is coming through because they are recognizing that there's still a lot of fear around this and having to, like there's a lot of fear in knowing that they would have to approach that again, that they would have to reopen that again, revisit it to give clarity. But this person misses you. They miss you. They're I would say that they're thinking now about the good times that the two of you shared. And again, with I will be writing you a message and I promise you, there's definitely a yes to will they be contacting you. Let's go ahead and get some of these. Is there anything that I missed, Spirit? What else needs to come through? So we have clock, need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal and progress. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. We have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. And we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. And then I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date. So, you know, with this, I just want to have fun with you. And then this I like you card. It could very well be that when this person does return, they're going to want to take things slowly. They're not necessarily going to want to rush into feelings of like love and wanting to get married or anything like that. It feels like they are wanting to take things slowly, and I see them wanting to take things slowly even in the separation. They have no doubt in their mind that they are going to return, but with heartbroken in the golden mirror here, I feel like for some of you, if this like deceptive energy came through and you were resonating with it, it may be important to be mindful of why this connection led in the direction it did in the first place. I feel like this person has definitely had a wake-up call And yet at the same time with this golden mirror here, it feels like there may be, at least currently, and this could be something that they're working on releasing, but currently it feels like this person is or was acting in a very selfish way, which led to this heartbreak. Or vice versa. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you. What advice is there for pile 2 when it comes to this connection, spirit? Okay, so we have gratitude. Today, I am grateful for all of the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. And we have clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. So, one big message that I'm picking up on with this clarity card is that just as much as this person might be focused on being in a solitary energy, your guides are kind of encouraging you to do the same. And I don't mean this like in the sense of like don't spend time with your friends or don't isolate yourself, but perhaps remove your energy or your focus on the outcome of this or on this connection in general or on the past, and sit with yourself, be with yourself for a moment, and with that will come clarity, with that will come the understanding of what are your fears talking and what is your intuition talking. But obviously take that as it resonates for you. These cards can be interpreted in lots of different ways, so if you have an interpretation that really resonates with you, please listen to that first and foremost. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you'd like to book a private reading, you can do so in my Etsy shop. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please feel free to subscribe. And hopefully I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 3 and welcome to your reading. We're looking into why they are not contacting you. And the card that you guys chose is the Fennec Fox, with the keyword being deflect. And this card is going to be representing what current energy is surrounding your person, what energy is your person in currently. So we have the Fennec Fox, we also have number 3, partnerships and alliances, and we have number 2, spiritual union. Okay, what's currently going on with your person? I feel like your person is in a state of avoidance. They are avoiding, obviously they're not contacting you, and I know this sounds silly, but like this energy is very strong in the sense of they're avoiding you, or they're avoiding really big feelings that they have regarding you. And I feel like these are really positive feelings for the most part, in the sense of, and I think part of the reason why there's this avoidance here is because they may not necessarily feel like they're ready to let something else go. So this could be like, this is number 3, partnerships and alliances. So there's a third energy here that's kind of tampering with things, and this doesn't have to be a person. I do feel like for a lot of you this may very well be a past situation that this person is still recovering from, and I don't know if they're actively trying to recover from this, or if they are just allowing themselves to be affected by this, and thus they are avoiding all big feelings from the past and currently. And it's a survival tactic. I would say that this person feels triggered. This person is in a state of triggered emotion, and because of this, they have gone into like a self-protective mode that may not necessarily be serving them in the way in which they think it would be. Like, I think they think they're protecting themselves, they're doing what's best for them, but in all reality, it looks more so like this is self-sabotage, or they're going back to habits from the past that may have worked beautifully for them then, for who they were then, who they were attracting then, but it's an outdated type of approach now in comparison to who they are and where they're going. They feel out of sorts. This person is out of sorts. So if that sounds like your person, it could also be for a few of you, like this third energy here could also be about career. This could be about them feeling like they're being pulled in two different directions, and it may not necessarily be because they're feeling like you're pressuring them so much as it is they want to have a connection with somebody. Like, this person could very well want to have a union with somebody. They want to find their soulmate. They want to have romance, and at the same time they desire success. They desire to move up in their career. They desire to attain all of their goals. And there could be a level of overwhelm here that this person is feeling. Either way, they are conflicted and therefore avoiding. They're running from, I would say, both things, from romance or a connection, as well as something else. So if that resonates, if that sounds like what your person is currently going through, let's go ahead and pull tarot, and we will go ahead and look into why they aren't contacting you, what their reasoning behind this is. Why is pile 3's person not contacting pile 3? Why is pile 3's person not contacting pile 3? Okay. Okay, so far we have the Lovers, the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Why is the Lovers here? We have the Page of Wands. Why is the 8 of Wands here? We have the 3 of Cups and the Chariot. Why is the 4 of Swords here? Why is the 4 of Swords here? Okay, we have the 2 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Why is the Ace of Cups here? We have the 2 of Swords and the Devil. And why is the Page of Cups here? We have the 7 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Swords. Okay. I think it's interesting that this top row of cards, like every card that fell out, it felt there was such a positive vibration to it. There was such a happy, light energy to these cards. And then they're being clarified by cards that feel much heavier, that are like clarifying what's going on. And what I'm seeing is that this person is sabotaging what would bring them joy. And I think that this has to do with there being a lot of fear surrounding getting hurt, but like I don't think that this person, I think that this is very subconscious, pile 3. I think that they may not necessarily realize that they're even doing it because it's such a force of habit that they just feel like connecting with another person on this level and allowing things to expand, allowing things to grow, seeing where things go is just not for them. It's like kind of like the mindset that I'm getting here. But deep down, if they were to really get to the root of the matter, it would be because they say this to themselves. They've convinced themselves of this because they are afraid of the potential heartbreak and pain that an ending could cause. And so because of this, they just avoid even beginning something. And I feel like that's where they're currently at, where they feel very defensive. They feel very they feel very closed off to connecting deeply. I feel like they're very much so clinging to the identity that they have created for themselves, in which they just want to explore all there is to explore. They feel like they could potentially be limited by this connection, and it's not because that's the truth. It's more so because they're recognizing that there are deep feelings here, and if they were to pursue this further, it would only be natural. If they were being honest with themselves, they would say it would be natural, based on how they're feeling for you, to want to continue down that road and start a relationship of some kind, bring in commitment of some kind, bring in a future of some kind, and they are terrified of this. And I think that it's going to depend on each person. I think for a lot of you, this has to do with the fact that it wasn't that long ago where this person may have been in another connection of some kind in which they felt very wounded. They felt very harmed. And it feels like this is something that they're still currently working through. And they feel like this connection is moving too quickly. It's moving much more quickly than they are feeling comfortable with. And I think that they're wanting to slow things down. They're wanting to keep things light. They're not wanting to... I feel like they're distancing themselves from you because they are not ready to go deeper. And so they have to take some steps back in order to slow this down. They don't want to see this naturally progress. There's a lot of resistance here, and it comes from their own shadows. In all honesty, I'm going to go ahead and... I didn't do this for the other piles, but I want to know what this shadow energy is. What is this shadow energy? So we have inconsistent. Think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? What is this shadow energy? Emotionally overreacting. You are overthinking, which is causing a flood of unnecessary emotions. What is this shadow energy that's coming through? One more, please, Spirit. What's coming through? And then we... Oh, nope, that's not one. That's just... And then we have compulsive behaviors. Identify your internal feelings. What are you looking to control or feel for the moment? Yeah, it doesn't feel like... I was curious because we have this Three of Cups and we have the Devil, and I felt that third party energy at the beginning of the reading. But I feel like this may be something from the past for a lot of you. And also, this Three of Cups to me is representative of wanting to keep things lighthearted, wanting to keep things surface level. And this comes from the fact that I almost get the feeling that for some of you, they may feel like you are wanting more, and this is something that scares them, when in fact they're the ones who are like really emotionally invested in this, and they're the ones that are actually wanting more. They're like overthinking this. They're overthinking what they think you want, what they think you feel, and because of this, they're immediately going to what comes to mind firsthand, like what their first thought is in order to protect themselves, which is to try to get control. So for a lot of you, this this lack of communication has to do with them wanting to feel like they're in control so that they don't get hurt. And I get the feeling that a lot of this inconsistency, a lot of this hot and cold, or like withdrawing energy has to do with the fact that like they don't have consistency within themselves. They don't have a relationship with themselves that's deep enough to trust themselves, to honor promises or boundaries that they've made with themselves. They're so focused on what they can control in the outer world that they have no idea what's going on in their inner world. And so their outer world is a reflection of their inner world. But let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get some more oracles. Is there anything that I've missed on why they're not contacting? Okay, oops, we have all that glitters. Is there anything that I've missed, Spirit, on why they're not contacting pile 3? And we have chop wood. Okay, back of the deck is tick-tock. Okay, so what these cards are telling me is that this person is somebody, and I think that we all do this, like when it comes to connecting with others, we don't know a lot about them at first, right? So we are able to fill in the blanks about people, and a lot of the times we fill in the blanks in a way that is in alignment with ourselves, or in a way that we hope that they are, rather than seeing them for what they are. And I think that this is something that they are aware of, in a sense of they are pulling away right now because they like the idealization that they have created, or they enjoy the honeymoon period that the two of you have been in, and they have picked up on the fact that it can't be like that for forever. Like, relationships take work. And with this TikTok here, I think that this is just further confirming that they feel rushed, or they felt rushed to move into this. Whether or not you made them feel this way, or they made this up in their head, is going to be up to you, I guess, to understand. You'll know the answer to that. Let's keep going. Is there anything that I missed when it comes to why pile 3's person? We have Pink Bubble Fairy is not contacting them. Why is pile 3's person not contacting them? We have the All-Knower. Why are they not contacting pile 3? Okay, and then we have Body, and then bottom of the deck is you can't find your goodness because you lost your heart. Okay. They've I feel like this person is somebody who has some maladaptive types of thought patterns or behaviors, in which and it's very pessimistic. I feel like they are somebody who expects the worst, and they predict that before anything has even happened. And with this All-Knower card, I see these skulls here, and to me this is telling me that they feel like they already know that this connection would end poorly, or would end in a way in which they get hurt, and it's something that they really want. I think that this person truly does desire to connect with others, but at the same time they create prophecies that then fulfill themselves, that were not meant to be prophesized. But yeah, this person just seems really out of touch with their heart space. But let's go ahead and see if they're going to contact you. So for that pile 3, we have Ash, we have Sublimation, and we have Great Vigor. Let's also go ahead and get some more tarot. Will pile 3's person contact pile 3 in the near future? We have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Wands as the bottom of the deck energy. This is such conflicting energy. The 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords it's very much so a stagnant energy. It's not moving. It's very reserved. This person, like the energy coming through is that this person is going to be very reserved, in their movements, their actions towards you. But then we have the Six of Cups and the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands represents communication, and the Six of Cups represents people from your past returning. It represents nostalgia. It represents the past, and Ash represents the past as well. And I get the feeling that with great vigor here, what this is telling me is that this person will eventually reach out, but I feel very strongly like, and because it's the Four of Pentacles, it feels like this definitely isn't a long-term thing, like a permanent thing, I mean, but it does feel very slow moving. This person has a lot of things to work on within themselves, and that's not something that's going to happen overnight, and it's going to take them opening up their heart space and stepping into their power, and knowing that stepping into their power of just being with the unknown, it's going to take them doing that for them to be able to transcend the reality that they've created for themselves thus far. So I'd say yes, this person will come back, but it won't be very soon. And if they were to come back very soon, I don't feel like it would be very very genuine. Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get you guys some channeled messages. What is it that pile 3's person wants to say? So we have I should have, I could have, I would have. The feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. What does pile 3's person want to say? We have yes. Jeez, okay. We have I know the clock is ticking for us. Won't you wait for me? We have I keep being drawn back to you and I can't quite explain why. We have I need you. I want to see you. And I have a hard time trusting anyone. I'm doing just fine on my own. And then on the back of the deck, I can't be apart from you much longer. Yeah, this person is so conflicted within themselves. They don't trust themselves, and they don't feel secure enough in themselves to know that they would be okay if their heart were to break, if that makes sense. There's so much fear here. Let's keep going. Okay, what else do we need to know? What else is there that we need to know? Okay, we have Cupid's arrow. Hold on, I know more came flipped over. I could have sworn more flipped over. There it is. We have the snake. Okay, so we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting and hesitation. The snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. We have kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Oh, okay, healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. And bottom of the deck is keys on a ring. Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Yeah, I like the message that's coming through is that while this person has feelings, while this person is drawn to you, does want you, there is so much shadow here still, and it's going to take a long time for that to be something that is transformed. And I feel like with this healthy choices card here, this is indicative of like it's a reminder that you have a say in this as well. Like I feel like this person may come back. For some of you, this person may come back with intentions that are not necessarily the purest, and it's up to you to practice discernment and decide for yourself whether or not it's a healthy choice to allow this person back into your life. Because it doesn't feel, at least based on what I've been seeing, it doesn't feel like this person is ready for a commitment of any kind, or a deepening of a connection of any kind. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile 3? Good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is just right, and that's when I'll remember just how much fun it is to be surprised. And we have love. Love is a mini splendored thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies can make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try, or how about the chills I get when singing along to Name of Song. You know the one. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind when I see this good things to come card is kind of giving me the same energy as when I was telling you that this person is somebody who may like to tell the future in like a way that's not necessarily of benefit to them, like in a way to control things. And there may be aspects of yourself that are doing this as well, and there's a message here from your guides to trust that there is so much better out there. There's so much more to come than this breadcrumbing that you've been receiving. But yeah, obviously take them as they resonate for you. That you can interpret these in lots of different ways. So if you have a different interpretation that really resonates with you, you should absolutely listen to that before my interpretation. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box of this video. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!